and just some personal stuff going on, and it's been a busy week. So how are you guys doing? Thank you so much for joining me. I'm happy. I'm excited to be back for some more live readings for you guys. I'm actually thinking I might just quickly open up my blinds. I closed them yesterday because the sun was beaming in, but now it feels a little bit dark in here. Okay, let's just get some lovely incense going. I had a fantastic question from Mary about Klaus Schwab, and I was actually looking into this. I pulled the tarot, so I wanted to talk a little bit about what I'm seeing here as well, and I wanted to do more of a deeper dive in a video for you guys later on, but kind of some interesting stuff going on right now. Big stuff going down, guys. All right. And I also was just filming last night a video on the New Jersey fires. Like, wow. All right, lovely souls. So I'm just going to take a quick moment and open up my blinds a little bit, and we will dive in. All right. Hello, my lovely souls. I'm Mary, woo woman, Maggie. Hello, everybody. Again, it's always a pleasure. I adore you guys, and I wanted to thank you guys so much. There's been a lot of new faces, or I guess I should say new people coming by, and it's such a pleasure to be able to connect with you guys. So I appreciate all of you guys. Now, hello, Fatima, lovely lady. I was thinking about you again the other day. All right, so I wanted to take a moment here because Mary, you asked about Klaus Schwab. Hi, thankfully. And you said here, where is Klaus Schwab? He stepped down from the WEF. And I actually never read on, just recently I posted a video on the Pope and JD Vance, and I looked a little bit into Klaus Schwab because it was interesting that he also stepped down. And something else that I didn't mention in my video was that 88. The Pope passed at 88. Klaus Schwab stepped down at 88. And I also heard somebody talking about how Trump's chart equals 88. So there's so many interesting symbolic energies there. But to kind of get to the question of what I pulled for you guys, Mary, this is interesting because when you asked that, I actually have the first thing, it was just like almost like a message that came in, and I actually see Klaus Schwab as being taken down already from, I guess you can say, the Light Alliance. His energy is the 9 of Swords here, right? And we have, look at this, 3 of Cups, and we have the WEF and him as the devil, you guys. This is, the devil is all about this, the core of the matter. And when we look at the WEF, or the World Economic Forum, this is a distortion and ties to soul suppression and synthetic, especially AI systems. So when I was looking into this, I have, again, a confirmation when I'm looking at the counter forces, the Lovers, and I even had the Chariot on the back of my one decks here. And this is showing me that he's been taken down. He has been taken down. And this is going to might sound a little bit strange, but I actually have a message about him, okay, I was going back and forth between whether or not he is a clone or if his consciousness was extracted, because I feel like he is actually on a part in a chamber on the moon right now. That's what I was getting. And I asked for a confirmation from that. And yes, he's no longer here. So I can't say for sure if he is, let's say, a clone, the actor that's playing him, or if it's like a walk-in energy. But I do have confirmations that he's actually been taken down. And I feel like he's being with this. It sounds a little, I guess woo-woo, you guys, but I got a really strong message with his alliance having his consciousness held on some kind of a chamber on the moon right now. So that's what I have for that, my friend. But I am going to look into the WEF and the Klaus Schwab on a video for you guys and try to do more of a deeper dive, because it's interesting times right now. Hello, Lady T, Marianne, Chantel. Thank you guys for joining me. I am excited to be back to chat and see you guys for a little bit. I guess I can't see you guys, but you know what I mean. To be able to connect with you guys. It would be cool if there was like little faces where we can see. I guess you guys have the little thumbnails, but they're so hard to see. All right. So let's see. What questions do we have for today? We have woohoo woman. Can I tell you if David has romantic intentions towards you? What's the energy of David towards WWW? What can you share with us, Spirit? Are there any romantic intentions here? I don't have anything too there is a light energy, whereas we have this page of cups. So this does have an emotional interest. Yes, I do think it does. But you know what's interesting? I don't know if you feel different. I don't know who David is to you at this time, if this is just somebody, a friend or something of that matter. But I do think you guys actually have some kind of a soul connection here. I have my 10 of Pentacles. So I do think that there is a potential of a romantic interest, but it's at a very just a small level right now from what I can say. What's the energy of you guys coming together in the future on more of a romantic level? Let's see. Yeah, it has some possibilities. I do have the eight of cups, but we also have some conflict and some stuff going on. I have to say, back of the deck is a bit of a tough energy. So just, I don't know if he's in a relationship or if you're in a relationship, but this is kind of sometimes a little bit of the infidelity energy. So just keep that in mind. But there is something about your souls recognize each other is what I get. Okay. All right, let's see. What else do we have here? Ooh. I'm kind of just okay, sorry, I'm jumping ahead right now. Marion, this is really interesting because you said here, what comes up when I say daisy? But you know what's weird? Yesterday, I was seeing daisies. That is really interesting. So, I mean, I don't know if you had a specific question about, okay, what comes up when I see daisies? What's the energy of this? I don't know if it's at all related, but yesterday I was seeing daisies and I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Page of Pentacles. It's almost like a symbolism of two. We have like new opportunities coming towards you. So look, wow, we have the Star, we have the Magician, the Page of Pentacles. This is good news. And this could absolutely, I don't know if you have somebody that has passed over. We have that Star energy and a child, like the children, the off-worlding energy, big off-world energy, but it could also be somebody that has passed that is very much in connections. I actually have a lot of these cards that are coming out. Look at the flowers in the pots here, and I have the Magician with all the beautiful the garden underneath there as well. But I found that my eyes just went straight to your comment because I was seeing daisies yesterday. So maybe that was a confirmation for you. So I don't know what daisies represent for you personally, but I can say it's almost like somebody is trying to connect with you. Look at that. They're trying to connect and get your attention. So again, you guys, those little subtleties, they do mean something. So just keep note of that. Recognize them. And if that's something that you had a close connection with somebody that has passed, they are trying to connect with you. I had a really beautiful session. I won't share, I'll be quick about it, but it was really neat because one of the questions was about this rose bush they seen, and all of a sudden they had this rose bush for a very, very long time, and it has never blossomed the way it has blossomed now. And they were curious if it was in relations to they're somebody in their family that had passed over. Like, is that them giving them a symbolism? And I pulled cards on it, and I had these red flowers that were coming out on my deck as well. It was insane. It was a really cool connection, and it was a big yes. So just keep that in mind. Again, my friend, did you say anything else about Daisy? I'm not sure if you did, but I will say that did pop into my mind yesterday out of nowhere. And it feels like somebody's trying to connect with you. Okay, my friend? All right, let me try to go back up. Hello, Light Angel from the UK. Oh, Marion. I love you guys. Carolyn, thank you guys so much for joining me. As always, I appreciate you. Lady T, hello, my friends. Okay, here. So Maggie, I think Maggie, you had a question about your sister. She's very ill, Trish. Let's see. I can pull again. None of this is in terms of medical advice, my friends, but we can pull a few cards on the energy of her moving forward and see what's coming up. What do we have, Spirit, for Trish? I do see her being able to get over this illness. There's a lot here about we have a lot of major arcanas here, girl. We have Temperance, we have Chariot, we have the Hierophant, we have the Magician, and there is a victory on the back of the deck. I do suggest that I'm all for the holistic way of looking at different herbs, looking at natural paths and all of that. But there is a message here about maybe following some of the traditional medicine. She may need to go see an actual doctor here. So that's what I can say with the message here. I do think there's a lot of love. She has a lot of protection. This is my Archangel Michael card, okay? But I do see her being very ill. I don't even know. This could be even representing, this is my portal energy. So again, this could be her consciousness going in and out of different realms here. But I do have a good energy of being able to get over this illness. But I do recommend, from what I can see here, taking action with a potential doctor here or somebody that can look into this illness for her. Okay, the Hierophant's all about those institutions and sometimes going that traditional route. So that's what I can share there, but I do have a good energy on the outcome for you guys, okay? All right. What do we have for you guys here today? Fatima. What can the cards tell you about your ex, John? Is he coming back around? What do we have for Fatima and the energy of John, Spirit? You know what? It's interesting. I'm almost wondering if you guys are. Look at this. We have the Lovers right in the center, and there is a potential of trying to open up that doorway to something new again. Because look at this. We have the World and we have the Nine of Cups. So it almost feels like there's a cycle that may not be 100% complete or closed off, if that makes sense. And I do feel like there is this big out in the cold. So this could be very much him. Look at that fiery energy. I'm curious, has he kind of connected or come back to try to start up a conversation with you or anything of that matter? Because there is some wanting to connect again with this energy from what I can see. Let me pull just a couple cards. I mean, it's your journey, but is that in your best interest? I don't know. I can't remember. I know we've talked before, but I can't remember if you have any desire to start a relationship with him again. But is it in, let's see, Spirit, what can you share with Fatima in terms of her highest good when it comes to this connection with John? There may, I don't know. I don't know if I see anything. Let me see. Nothing yet, but you're feeling his energy more and more dreamy. Okay. I d looking at this spread, I do feel like his energy is coming in to trying to potentially complete something that has not been completed, because again, there's that 3 of swords right in the center, right? I think you're bang on. He is trying to connect with you on an energetic level here. It wouldn't surprise me if you guys do connect on this physical, like within either online or in person. I don't know if you guys live close, but in terms of you guys moving forward with reuniting and starting a romantic relationship, I don't see it. Okay, not with this energy. Again, not to say it's almost like something needs to be closed off, or there's some kind of almost a closure that comes together, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of your energy that is, like you said, I think you said here, yeah, you're guarded. And I had that 7 of swords. So I'm not sure if he did something in the past that really hurt you and you're still holding on to it a little bit, or maybe a lot. All right. So I have to say, yes, you are connecting with him for a reason. So dive into that a little bit. I don't see this as you connecting to him because you guys are going to get back together, though. It's almost like connecting in a sense of your soul getting some closure or some answers of what happened in the past. Okay. Hopefully that made sense, lovely lady. So let's see here. Oh, I think Lady T, thank you so much for your love and donation. Again, yeah, so donation questions will get front of the line. So let's see here. Can I see in the crystal ball how you will fare in the court seeking a remedy against your credit union? All right, let's see what's going on. I have my ball kind of just beside my computer here, so I can kind of bring it out a bit. And I'll see if I can gaze at that. I got my candle. Let's see what Spirit has to say when it comes to this. Spirit, what can you share for Lady T when it comes to the courts and seeking a remedy against her credit union? How will this turn out? Will it turn out in her favor? What do we have, Spirit? I feel like this has definitely been kind of a stressful, a heavy burden with your energy here. I feel like when I see this energy, there is a sense of you getting some answers and winning, but there's also a bit of a heartbreak here as well, because when I look at the outcome, it is a bit of a you being out in the cold. So I think that there's still going to be, maybe, I don't know if this is court fees or lawyer fees as well involved. So it still is going to cost some moolah here. Let me see what else I can see here. So I again, yes, I do think that there is the sun, like the sun keeps coming out. I do have the sun here, and I'm seeing in the crystal ball there are rays of light. There is a sense of yes, light at the end of the tunnel when it comes to you winning. But at the same time, I think that you may still be out of pocket with some expenses, if that makes sense. Okay. So I don't know how long this has been going for, but it feels like it's a heavy burden. And it's like, yes, finally, this is getting closer to being resolved. Okay. I do see that. Is this something that will be resolved in the near future here very quickly? Yeah. I do think this is something that will be resolved quite quickly here for you moving forward. And it looks pretty positive, okay? It looks pretty positive, but there's still a little bit of a disappointment, if that makes sense. So it's almost like winning, but then you still have a bunch of unfortunate like fees and stuff because I do have that 5 of Pentacles, which is having to be a little bit out in the cold with some of the fees or bills or whatever it is that comes along with that. But for the most part, yes, it looks very positive in your favor. All right. All right, lovely souls. Let's see here. Rose, hello, Rose. You're curious about Germany's new Chancellor Friedrich Merz. Will he stay for a short or long period? All right, what do we have, Spirit, for Germany's Chancellor Friedrich? What do we have, Spirit? Is he going to be around for a short while? What can you share? I think he'll be around for a short while. I don't think he's going to be around for a long time here. I'm almost wondering, yeah, there's like a switch in there's a switch in leadership or whoever's out front here. I have two different. I have an emperor and I have a king of wands, and the outcome is him being out in the cold here. So he's not going to be around for much longer. It feels like he is holding on a little bit, but yeah, 10 of Swords, no, I don't see him around for much longer. And that past energy is not very good either. So there's a lot here. I don't know if this is him being convicted of certain scandals or crimes, but that's an energy of a lot of crimes as well. Yeah, look at the next card came out. Lots of lies, lots of deceit here. So he's not going to be around for much longer, okay? Hello, Monique. Yeah, thanks, Lady T. Sorry, I'll try to sometimes with my crystal ball, you guys, I do take quite a bit of time to really like just get into my zone. So a lot of the times when I do videos for you guys, I'm pausing them and or editing out my long pauses. So with your question, if you did want some more connections or more of a session, then just send me an email and we can talk about it. Again, Lady T, I do see you. I do see you. It's, let's say, winning, but it may not be like the top of like what you were expecting, if that makes sense. Sometimes we still win and we get something, but it's not exactly what we were hoping for. So there is a win in your energy, but at the same time, there's something that's a little bit of a bummer as well. Okay. So hopefully that gave you some insight, but it looks like this is something that will continue to move forward here pretty soon. I know sometimes things get like locked up in the court systems forever, and it's like you're waiting months and months, if not years, right? So it's a little bit frustrating. All right, so lots of love to you, my friends. Thank you so much, Rose. Let's see what we have going on here. Nickname Daisy. Daisy. I had a dog named Daisy when I was a little girl too. Don't know if that relates to you at all, if there's any dogs in your life that you can connect to, but that was a random thought that just popped in my head. Hi, Linda. Grammy. Hello, guys. Carolyn. Carolyn, you'll be moving to the Spring Lake in New Jersey, or will I move to another state? Let's ask the question. What's the energy of Carolyn moving to Spring Lake? What's the energy? Hold on a second, guys. Cards are going all over the place here. Well, what do we have, Spirit, with the energy of Carolyn moving to New Jersey? What is the probability? What does that look like? I have a pretty big yes to that. I don't know if I see you traveling like right at the second. It feels like you're kind of starting to plant those seeds and move forward with a plan here. But yes, the sun is in the outcome, and I do feel like this is something that you can consider. I do think it has a good energy for you. I don't know if there was another location. I mean, you know, you guys, how I like to do, like if I've had some sessions where people are just like, where am I going to move? And I'm like, okay, well, that's very broad. This world is very large. So what I do like to do on a couple different aspects, if you guys have had sessions with me, you'll probably know this, but I like to take your guys' thoughts or ideas of like, okay, do you have an idea of where it is you feel drawn to go? I like to look at it with the cards, and I also like to look at the energy between your date of birth, and I like to link it a little bit to Chinese astrology. I have found that extremely accurate, and you can really look at the energy of how you're going to thrive in that other state or that country or that city, whatever it may be, right? So I like to look at it at a couple different angles. For New Jersey, from what I can say, just based off the tarot, it looks pretty positive, okay? It's just you making a decision, because I feel like you're a little bit up in the head about it. We have that Nine of Swords, so it's a little bit of a stressful energy, but I do see it as being a positive move if you make that decision. If there's somewhere else, I mean, there's always other options. I mean, it's you guys are the one that is directing your reality, right? So if you had another specific place you wanted me to pull cards on, then I can compare the two. But I'll leave you with that one, my friend. It does look like you are headed into more of a stable energy when it comes to you deciding to move. So yeah, it looks pretty good, my friend. All right, so let's see here. What else do we have, lovely souls? Thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate you guys. Grammy, your cat Nico, who's 15, went missing in February. I am so sorry to hear that. I mean, I don't know if you were asking a question about that. Let me know if you wanted me to pull a card on it. You know, I had a cat that went missing, and we pretty much thought he was gone. He was gone for, I believe, almost, I can't remember now. I know this is a big gap. Sorry, guys. I can't remember if it was over a month or up to 3 months, but it wasn't like he was missing for a couple days. He was gone for weeks. And out of nowhere, we got a call from the animal shelter, and they're like, we have a cat here. And we're like, what? So he got lost in a snowstorm, and he, I guess, couldn't find his way back. And he ended up at a completely different part of the town. Like he was like almost, let's say, half an hour drive away. So I think what happened is he ended up in somebody's car, something of that matter, and it ended up in a barn, and this guy brought him in. He's like, yeah, this cat's been sitting in my barn. So it was quite interesting. So don't give up hope, my friend. I mean, let's just pull one card here, or let's see. Did you reply? I don't think you replied, but what do we have, Spirit? The energy of Grammy's cat. Yeah, there's a sadness here. I'm sorry, my friend. It's never a good time when our babies go missing. We do have the Empress. I have the King of Cups. What's the energy of Grammy's cat Nico. It's a little on the fence, my friend. So I do think that there's a possibility, you may be reunited with him, but keep that positive energy. You know what? Talk to him energetically. I started doing this with my cat. And when he goes outside, I will connect to him on a like telepathy, right? You talk to him energetically and say, all right, come on home. Talk to your cat, connect with him energetically here, okay? Because I feel like he will be able to hear you with this energy. So there is still a possibility you're going to be able to reunite with him, okay, my friend? I mean, I know it's been a long time and there's a lot of sadness there, but even if it's within his soul, you're able to connect with his energy and his soul, okay? His energy is still with you. Yeah. I'll leave it at that, my friend. If you did want to talk a little bit more, let me know, but I will go on to the next question here. All right, lovely souls. So, hello, Sherry. Thank you. I know I seen it. I knew his birthday was coming up and I seen it. I'm like, oh my gosh, that one is it just screamed at me, Richard. So I thought I would get it for him. And I really appreciate his energy and his light. And I think he's a phenomenal soul. I enjoy connecting with him. Okay. So let's see here. I'm not sure, Sherry, if you had a question, please do let me know. I'm going to take a look at, we have Sarita. Could I please do a card pull for your second oldest sibling, if she is good or ill intent towards me? Sorry, I always feel heavy when I'm around her. Okay. What do we have for Sarita? Sarita, am I saying that correctly? I've got to, like, I don't know, is there some kind of, I feel bad that I'm so bad at pronouncing some of your guys' names, so please do not take it personally. What do we have for the lovely Sarita when it comes to her second oldest sibling? What are her intentions? I would definitely say protect your energy. Like you are very intuitive, and when you are an empath, you pick up other people's energy. Even if you're in a big crowd, for example, people don't realize they're doing it, but they are siphoning energy. And if you have a bright shining light and you have this beautiful energy, they're going to siphon it from you. And a lot of it isn't, they don't even intentionally do it. Okay. Big message to absolutely protect your energy around her, okay? Seven of Swords. I don't like her intentions, to be honest, but at the same time, it feels like it's not directly like she's trying to, let's say, make your life miserable, if that makes sense, but it's just your guys' energies clash. They definitely clash here. And I would suggest, I don't know if this is a possibility, but to make sure that if you have to be around her, protect your energy, but it would almost be best to not be around her energy if that's possible, okay? Because it does bring you down here. Big clash with your guys' energy here. But again, look at that internally as well. I mean, we're not going to always connect with others, and that's not meaning you have to run away and hide and be a hermit. It's just about protecting yourself and going deep within, because when you are solid inside, then the external forces are not going to be able to interrupt you, right? So just keep that in mind. I'm not saying to, never be around her. I don't mean it in that aspect, but just work on shielding and protecting your energy when you have to be around her. Tell yourself that her energy has no influence over you, and claim that. Make sure you claim that, right? You can also imagine, I mean, as per the lovely Dolores Cannon, when I've taken her quantum healing hypnotherapy course, she talks about through her hypnosis and sessions, she says one of the most powerful ways to protect yourself is to place a pyramid around your entire body. So when we go through and do a hypnosis, that is one of the parts, that's part of the induction, is placing a pyramid around your body. So you can do that. But what I've also found as well is like grid, like seeing an actual grid come over encompassing you. So you can do the grid work and then place a pyramid around yourself. And this can only take like a couple minutes, and it does make a difference. So if you are very intuitive or you're very empathic and you just take on other people's crap and garbage, be aware of it, acknowledge it, and protect yourself, right? That's what I can say. So I have to say, yes, I do see where you're coming at with your your second oldest sibling. It looks like she has some energy that absolutely conflicts with you. Okay, so you're not feeling that just because you're crazy. It's something that you're feeling. You're very sensitive to her energy. Okay, let's see here. Hello, you guys. Thank you again for joining me. Will Keir be removed? I can pull on that. I'm pretty sure when I did my last UK one, I did get that he will not be around for much longer. What can we share, Spirit? Okay. Oh, and Grammy, you did ask. You didn't get to finish to tell me if Nico has passed over. All right. Well, I'll take a look if that's something that you do want me to look into. I can pull some cards on that, I guess. Let's see here. Let me look at that for you, Grammy, and then I'll pull on here, Stammer, and see what is coming out. Oh, Sherry, Sherry, did I miss your question? I think you sent me a donation too. Let me get to Sherry's question as well. I've got lots of questions today, guys. All right. Let me pull a couple cards on what is the energy, Spirit. Can you share with us, Nico, when it comes to, is he still on this physical 3D plane? I do have my Temperance card yet again, my friend, and this is my angel, my Archangel Michael card, so I can relate this to him being with the angels. So I will leave you with that. But I want you to know you can still connect with him with this energy. I feel like through your intentions and clarity, connect with his soul. But with the Temperance as the outcome, it does show a sense of that angelic presence coming to his soul, okay? So that's what I'll share with you there, my friend. It's a hard situation for our little babies, I know. All right, let me see here. Sherry, I'm going to look at... You said, question, is Pierre Polivier plans for available housing a signal that we're moving into a Nasera type existence? So let me know if that was your question, Sherry. I'm not sure. I know you did send me a donation, and I think that was your question. If not, let me know. Let me know, lovely lady. Let's look into that, and then we'll pull some cards on here, Summer, again. Spirit, what can you share about the energy of Pierre and us heading into a Nasara type of program? It's interesting because when I pulled on Pierre from my last video, my Canadian elections, he came out as the Hermit. And I have the Hermit again. I do think this is the energy of him opening up a doorway to walking away from the way our systems are now. Things are going to change significantly. It's not going to happen overnight, you guys. I don't know if it's going to be like, let's say specifically at this Nasara program, but look at this. We have the 6 of Pentacles, this is the wealth coming back to the people. This is a more balanced economy. This is a lot of good energy coming forward. So I feel like the way the institutions are, the governments, we have them walking away. We have something new brewing in the background with this energy. So yes, in some aspects, I do think that that is a step towards that. But again, it's taking back our sovereignty. You know what's so crazy? Imagine if I was talking to Brad, I'm like, imagine if just everybody came together and decided they were not going to vote. Millions of people just stopped voting, and we did it in terms of like claiming back our sovereignty and moving forward in a different direction. That structure would collapse. Like, imagine that, you guys. Maybe we should start a trend. Oh my goodness. But I mean, not everybody's going to see it that way. They still rely on the governments that are going to come and save them. And it's unfortunate, but there's still a lot of good energy moving forward. So when we look at Pierre and what he has to move forward for the collective, yeah, I would say it does link it to, there's that Hermit again. It does have a really good energy towards something that is abundant, you guys. Very, very good energy. So yes, my friend, I can't say for sure if it's going to be Nasara Gasara, but it does look like this is where prosperity is equally given and divided, if that makes sense. Okay. All right, lovely soul. So thank you for your question. I appreciate you. NL. What will the emotional state of Canada be for the rest of the year after the election? So yeah, I mean, we have done some readings on it, but you'd love to see some peace in Canada to help with healing. Let's look at what the momentum is moving forward for Canada after the elections. What do we have, Spirit, with the emotional state of Canada? I love how you worded that. Wow, this is incredible. And this really links into the state of bliss and your question as well. This is crazy. Look at this. Over the situation, we have Canada as strength, okay? Look at that. We are on that fence. We are sitting on that verge of those two different timelines here. Oh my goodness. Freedom. This is freedom. This is independence. This is wealth coming back again yet to the people. So this very much does go hand in hand with state of bliss in your question with some kind of program and funding. Because again, a lot of us has talked about, look at the star. This is a sense of healing. You said you would love to see peace in Canada to help with healing. This is my outcome. Healing, my friend. Big, big yes. So, and it is aspected by the Ace of Swords and also the Nine of Swords. So again, a lot of these conflicted energies and scandals and things, they have to come out. They really have to come out so we can see them, so we can hear them, so we can witness them. We have to transmute this through experience. And that is where we're headed. Again, not everyone is going to see it the same way, and they're still going to fall into a timeline of thinking that the governments are going to come here and, save them, so to say. And that's not where we're headed on a newer earth level. So I see a lot of big healings when it comes to Canada. Absolutely. That's really incredible reading. So thank you for your question. I think you worded that perfectly as well. And I think it's beautiful. So again, I mean, I don't mean to make it sound all like rainbows and butterflies, you guys. I'm pretty like gentle with my readings and when I move forward. I know a lot of you guys that follow Brad and Adronas. He is definitely more strict and more firm with his delivering his message. But I do see this. I have never seen things as like the end of since I've been reading, let's say, when I've been reading for you guys, I have not seen this doom and gloom and end of the world. But again, that doesn't mean things aren't going to get tough, because we need to see them. The thing is that a lot of us that do have our eyes open, we can see this is a show, this is playing out. And, you know, a lot of the so-called, we can say the normies, I mean, I feel like that's not just the normal people that live their day-to-day life. They are going to still get caught in that system of, Nine of Swords, right? They're going to get caught in the whole system of the government's trying to come in and save them and do X, Y, and Z. When, I mean, that's really not, it's really based off of control and an artificial construct. So anyway, that's all I'm blabbing on. Thanks for letting me blab on, you guys. Sometimes I do talk in circles, so I appreciate you guys working with me here. But to say, yes, I do think that Canada is headed into a whole sense of renewal with that energy. Even if there's some hard times ahead still, it looks like things are going to turn around. And I keep getting that too, Spirit. Are you okay? Am I seeing this correctly? When we look at towards the end of this year, I've always seen a really good energy, especially with things coming more into balance. So the 10 of Wands came out and flipped in reverse. So it's like letting that, yes, look at this rapid movement. And we have a death. So we have Canada and the global world, the collective, going through a massive rebirth here, transformation, okay? And yes, Pam in the UK, it's intense. When I was talking to the lovely Jenny there, she was telling me like how people are being silenced, like being imprisoned. They've been people coming, officials coming to the doors in UK, taking people from speaking their truths and throwing them in a prison. It's like, wow, that is really, really intense. And there's some scary times out there. So a lot of this, again, from what I've seen, is, again, to wake people up. That being said, let's look at Keir Starmer. What do we have, Spirit, with the energy of Keir Starmer? Keir Starmer, yeah. Spirit, what can you show or share with us when it comes to Keir Starmer and the energy of him being removed? Is this in the near future here? What can you share, Spirit? Keir Starmer. Yeah. I feel like it may take a little bit of time still. We have the Knight of Pentacles on the back, which is a slower moving energy. But look at this. He's out in the cold here. I wouldn't be surprised if there is, again, here's crimes. He has lots of crimes, lots of awful things that have happened. And I wouldn't be surprised if there is actually him being imprisoned. Like there's an imprisonment, going to jail, these trials, that's in his energy. So yes, I don't see him around for a very long time. And it may take, did I just like contradict myself? I don't feel like he's going to be around for a very long time still, but it may just take a little bit more time for things to unravel, because again, this intensity, as I said, we need to still be able to witness and see what is really truly happening and how divided we are becoming from all this. So when we can transmute this through these experiences, then these false systems collapse. But in terms of this, I actually do see him being taken down and in prison. I feel like on a bigger level, I wouldn't be surprised if he already has, again, kind of that similar energy when we look at Klaus Schwab in the beginning there. It's like his consciousness, or he's a clone, and these are just actors. These are characters playing out this storyline. So again, it's like a big show, and it's, kind of scary. It's like you're in a horror film, right? But these things, again, from what I can see, they just need to play out so we can transmute it. Because we have to choose as a collective, you guys. If we come together and choose and decide something is going to be that way, then that is extremely powerful. We can do that. So I do see him being taken down. Might take a tiny bit of time. Like when are the next elections? I don't think he'll make it to the next elections. 2025. So the 2024 United Kingdom elections was held in July. I don't know. You guys will have to let me know. Is that in July then, 2025? Okay, so 2025 UK elections will be held in May 2025. So what are we at now? April. That's only a month away. Interesting. What do we have? Let me just pull a couple cards on here over the next month here. Yeah, King of Wands. So what's going on in the next month here? Tower. I think he's coming down. He's going down, you guys. That's the local elections. Okay, I'm not sure, you guys. I'm not too familiar with this. There's this King of Cups as well. So I do think that he, there's a big tower moment happening. I'll kind of leave it at that. Maybe I can even do another video. I'll have to do a little bit of digging on maybe more of the UK elections and whatnot, but I do see him being taken down. That's an imprisonment energy, and this tower is right there, so things are crumbling, my friends. All right, so let's see. My gosh, time is going so fast, you guys. Time is going so fast. It's speeding up. So let's see here. I'm not sure if I'm going to get to all your guys' questions today, but I'll do my best to answer a few more. Lady T, medical medium for parasites. Yeah, I do actually have some of the medical mediums books as well. I can't say I actually read the whole thing, but I have seen a lot of really positive feedback for eliminating parasites there. And you can look at like some herbal parasite cleanses as well that can be pretty effective. Hello, you guys. Being an empath is rough. See it as a amazing thing though, because you guys, lots of us have this ability to transmute the energy, okay? It can be a really beautiful thing. That is a superpower. So it's just making sure that you're protecting, like know when this is not your energy. So start asking, because I started doing that and I noticed a difference. It's like, okay, out of nowhere, I'm feeling like crap, or out of nowhere, I'm feeling all of a sudden a fear or whatever it is. Like just be aware of every emotion like that's coming up if it's triggering you, for example, and think like, okay, is this mine? Is this actually my emotion? So start asking questions and just be aware of your overall energy too, and feel through the subtleties. Like it's kind of interesting if you look and you just sit in silence in your home, observe the energy around you, and then do that in another place. Go to, I don't know, like a grocery store, and not to be like a weirdo and sitting in the middle of the egg carton aisle and just sitting in silence, but just be silent. Just internally go in and feel the energy. You'll start to feel different energies and you'll become more in tune when something's yours and something's not yours. Okay, so hopefully that helps. But see it as a superpower. Try not to look at it as an unfortunate thing. Eileen, you totally got skipped over. All right, let's see if I can go back. Eileen, could I tell you? Okay, I think I see your message here. Hello, lovely lady. So let's see here. Could I tell you the outcome for your sister Della pertaining to parasites? Oh, okay. We were just talking about parasites. I wasn't sure if that was regarding your question, but let's see. What do we have, Spirit, for Aileen and the outcome for her sister Della? What can you share with us when it comes to any parasites and the energy of her health here? Yeah, I see her being able to remove them here for sure. We have the Wheel of Fortune. It will take actual action though, like King of Swords here. It will take action to, let's say, we can say fight them off or defend. Like her body is needing a bit of work when it comes to cleaning that toxicity out. But yeah, we have really good energy here. So I would recommend, I mean, I'm not a doctor, but recommend looking into certain parasite cleanses, or also, as I think the lovely Lady T said, looking into even maybe the medical medium if you're wanting to do something a little bit more herbalistic, or working with I think they talk a lot about, he has like a whole celery book too, or something to do with celery, I think, which one do I have? I have Cleanse to Heal. And yes, it says the one I have is called Cleanse to Heal. So I'm not sure if that one is all about the celery. He might have a couple different books. I'm not sure. But anyway, I do think that he has a lot of really good information that you can utilize for sure. So it looks good. The Wheel of Fortune in the outcome shows that this is something that, you know, you can definitely get rid of. Okay. All right. You're practicing. Yeah, exactly. Those things can absolutely be good because we have that energetic level as well. I do think for her though, with your with Della, I do think an actual cleanse though, absolutely Reiki, but from what I can see is doing something physical, like a clearing out. So like some kind of a parasite cleanse you can get. You are very welcome. Oh, thank you so much, Pam. Oh, you love the UK reading with the lions. Yes, thank you. I didn't realize I have a huge number of subscribers from the UK. So I appreciate you guys, and I can definitely kind of focus some of my readings more on that, because I'm noticing that's what you guys really love, and there's a lot of tough things. So I still have my my meditation that I wanted to do for you guys. It's on my list. Hopefully I can get to it in the next couple days here, and then I'll post that. Absolutely, very sacred land. I had so much fun. I loved it. I got to go to the UK, and I found it to be really magical. I loved Avery, and we did Stonehenge and a bunch of sacred sites as well. And there was so much beautiful energy within the ley lines. That the crop circle that we went to, you guys, was so powerful. Like, I am blown away about how intense I could feel the power. And afterwards too, when we were leaving, there was like a whole group of us that got to go to this crop circle, and I wasn't actually thinking that much of it. I was just like, oh, this is really interesting. But the intensity of being in the center of it too was really incredible. And afterwards, I was seeing like all these lights, I guess you can say like symbols or light symbols. It was really interesting. And I feel like on that trip too, we even had one of the lovely guys that was wearing glasses, and his eyes were feeling so much more rejuvenated and healed after. I don't know the whole afterwards if he's still wearing glasses, but I feel like he was talking. That was a big thing where he's like, "Oh my goodness, my eyes! Like they're healing." It was so incredible. So that was one of probably my favorite experiences that I've had. It was really, really powerful. So I'm excited to go to the pyramids. I think that'll be incredible to be able to experience. So lovely souls. I wanted to thank you guys. Pam, Isabella saw him in handcuffs. Yeah. Okay. Well, look at that. Judgment Day. His time's coming. And I would have to agree with her. The Nine of Swords also came out. Nine of Swords, Eight of Swords. I think it was the Eight of Swords, which is an imprisonment. And there you go. I see him being, taken away here. So it's coming, you guys. It's coming. I love you guys. I wanted to thank you guys for joining me here. if you guys have any, other questions or topics, I mean, please feel free to let me know. I'll be back. I'm going to try to do again another Monday reading or a Monday live. If not, I will be doing them. I'm going to try to aim for every Friday if possible. But if I can get those Mondays in, I'll post it on my page. So again, if you guys are interested in chatting with me in a personal session, you can check out my website, readingswithbreanne.com. And I appreciate all you guys, and thank you so much for hanging out with me today. So with that being said, we'll hopefully see you guys Monday or next Friday. Keep in tuned. And until next time, beautiful souls, we'll talk to you next time. Bye for now.